We've just witnessed a super clash of legacies in the history of women's basketball. I have a question for all the basketball fans out there. Can you name another player in women's basketball who's had the same impact as Caitlin Clark in just one season? Well, I'm waiting, but I bet you can't even think of one. She's a 6-foot guard from West Des Moines, Iowa, the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year, and the greatest of all time, number 22. Caitlin Clark is redefining what it means to be a star in women's basketball, but her meteoric rise has also sparked debate. February 3rd was a huge day because both A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark had their jerseys retired at their respective universities. It should have been a moment of pure celebration, yet it stirred up unexpected tension. While Clark was breaking records and stealing headlines, Wilson found herself asking, "What about me?" Let's break this all down and dive into what this moment means, not just for these two players, but for the future of women's basketball. For starters, can we talk about what just went down at Iowa's Carver Hawkeye Arena? Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement was absolutely massive. The energy was electric, the arena was packed, and the fans were going absolutely bonkers. Clark is the owner of 5 NCAA single-season records and 6 NCAA career records. She led her team to back-to-back Final Four appearances and became the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. Her impact on the game is unheard of and unmatched. Ticket prices for this event were just over the roof, starting at $1,000, with some reselling for as high as $6,000. The place was jam-packed. Just think about that for a second. The ticket prices were more expensive than some NBA games, and the best part is, it wasn't even a game, it was more of an event to witness the retirement of a college basketball player's jersey. And when Clark took the mic, the crowd erupted. But even in this monumental moment, she stayed humble. She said, and I quote, "I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here today. First of all, it means a lot to me, and I know it probably wasn't cheap to get in the door, so I really appreciate you all being here. And the coaching staff, you guys were awesome too." Clark's authenticity and gratitude are what make her a true superstar. She's not just playing basketball, she's changing the game, and she's getting the attention that she very well deserved, more so as she earned it through hard work and dedication. Viewership for this event was through the roof, outpacing even some NBA games. This is the Clark effect, and it's as real as day. But while the world was watching Clark, A'ja Wilson, one of the most dominant players in the WNBA, was feeling overlooked to say the least. Wilson's jersey retirement at South Carolina should have been a massive event. She's a 2-time WNBA champion, an MVP, and a generational talent. But while Clark's tickets were selling for over $1,000, South Carolina had to give away free tickets just to fill seats for Wilson's big day. The contrast between the two events wasn't something that went unnoticed by people. Like we always say, the numbers don't lie. The cheapest ticket for Clark's ceremony was $1,126 before fees, mind you, while Wilson's event struggled to gain attention and had to give away free tickets just to fill the arena, and fans noticed more so A'ja Wilson's and not Caitlin Clark's. Here's what a podcaster had to say about this incident. "A lot of people are ticked that this is the same day." Now I say a lot of people, A'ja Wilson fans are ticked. From what I can tell, Caitlin Clark fans don't give a rip about A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. Wilson's frustration is understandable. She's put in the work, built her legacy, and now she's watching a rookie overshadow her in popularity. It raises an important question. Is Clark's rise overshadowing other greats in the game, or is she simply lifting women's basketball to new heights? The way I see it, it's left to how an individual preserves a situation. And let's not just brush away the fact that Clark isn't just breaking records, she's transforming women's basketball, man, and the impact she's had on the game is tangible. Here's a short list. The WNBA merchandise sales are up over 500% compared to last year. player-specific gear like jerseys and t-shirts has skyrocketed by 1,000%, networks are scrambling to get more Clark games on prime time. To add to this, Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world, and this doesn't just limit to women's sports or just in the United States, but in the world. So here are some highlights that I'd like to share from the event. Caitlin Clark in her speech didn't just accept the love and support gratuitously, but also took the opportunity to share her feeling and gratitude towards her teammates, staff, and her coaches. She said, and I quote, "I wouldn't be here without my incredible teammates and coaches. This honor is as much theirs as it is mine." The coach of Iowa said, "Caitlin transformed our team with her decision and passion. Her legacy will inspire future Hawkeyes." Caitlin Clark's teammates had a few thoughts of their own that they wanted to share. They said, "Playing alongside Caitlin was a privilege. She elevated everyone's game and brought energy every single day. There's no denying when people say no one ever said there weren't great players before Caitlin Clark, but there was never a phenomenon like Caitlin Clark, not in my lifetime." And all of this isn't just hype either. The Indiana Fever, Clark's WNBA team, is projected to bring in over 600,000 fans this season, shattering attendance records. That's over 200,000 more than any other WNBA team has ever had in a season. She's flying charter jets, selling out arenas, and proving that women's basketball can be just as exciting and profitable as the men's game. But here's the question, is the WNBA doing enough to capitalize on this momentum? Are they lifting up other stars, or are they putting all their eggs in the Caitlin Clark basket? Let's talk a little about that. It's important we take a look at A'ja Wilson, a cornerstone of South Carolina's success. She was honored at Colonial Life Arena the same day as Caitlin Clark. Her emotional speech resonated with many. Here's what A'ja Wilson had to say in her speech. "South Carolina is my home, and it shaped me not just as an athlete, but as a person." The coach, Dawn Staley, said that A'ja's impact on their program is immeasurable. She set a standard of excellence that'll continue to guide them for years to come. A'ja's teammates had some incredible words to share about her impact and what her presence in the team meant for them. They said A'ja's leadership and work ethic were unparalleled, and she inspired them to push beyond our limits every single day. The basketball community celebrated Wilson's achievements. A sports analyst noted A'ja Wilson was, but also to celebrate the profound influence that she had on their teams, coaches, and the broader basketball community. But this joy of hers was short-lived, as her special day didn't feel special anymore. Her popularity and stardom was overshadowed by Caitlin Clark's super successful jersey retirement event. A'ja Wilson's frustrations highlights a growing divide. The WNBA is at a crossroads. Should they focus their marketing efforts on Clark, or should they work harder to elevate other stars in the league? I'm sure this is driving A'ja Wilson fans nuts. As fans, they're allowed to feel frustrated over their idol not getting the spotlight that she deserves. They're furious that both the events happening on the same day had caused this chaos. It looks like A'ja Wilson's impact was totally overshadowed by Caitlin Clark's mere presence. There's no single doubt that Clark is bringing unprecedented attention to the league, but the risk is alienating other talented players. If all the media focus stays on one superstar, what happens to the rest of the league? Some argue that Clark's success will lift all boats. More eyes on the WNBA mean more fans, more sponsorships, and more opportunities for every player. But others worry that the league is becoming too reliant on one player's stardom. There's only so much an individual can do, and people must understand that. Putting too much emphasis or responsibility on Clark's shoulder can easily backfire. So, what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark's rise to superstardom a net positive for the WNBA, or does it risk sidelining other deserving players? One thing's for sure though, women's basketball has never been more exciting. Clark is a generational talent, Wilson is a dominant force, and the game is growing like never before. The WNBA now has a golden opportunity to build on this momentum. The only question is, will they take it or will it be the right decision? Only time will tell. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark, this is about the future of women's basketball, and the whole world is watching. Regardless of what the outcome of the events were and how one felt about the other, there's no denying that their journeys continue to inspire, reminding us of the dedication and passion that truly defines the champions that Caitlin Clark and A'ja Wilson really are. As we're at the end of the video, I'm curious to know what you guys think about this whole A'ja Wilson-Caitlin Clark jersey retirement ceremony. Beyond basketball, how do you think Wilson and Clark have influenced young athletes, media narratives, and the overall visibility of women's sports? Also, after Wilson and Clark, which current or future players deserve the spotlight? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments down below, and if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more such updates. Until next time, see you guys later.